I've lived on this land nearly my whole life. It's not fancy. No security gates. No Wi-Fi powered sprinklers. But it's mine, 36 acres of open sky, old trees, and soil that's been in my family for 3 generations. Every morning starts the same. I brew a thick cup of coffee, sit out on the porch, and watch the sun climb over the ridge. It's peace, the kind you can't stream or buy. Just the wind, the smell of turned earth, and my dog Bramble curled at my feet. That morning, though, peace came with a cloud of dust. A tan plume rose beyond the southern edge of the property, right where the fields dip near the old irrigation ditch. At first, I thought it was Earl's cattle again. They get rowdy during spring. But then I heard it. That sound. Low, mechanical, unrelenting. Engines. Not one. Not two. A fleet. I set my mug down, slipped on my boots, and grabbed my hat. Bramble barked once, then followed at my heels. What I saw when I crested the hill made me stop cold. 3 excavators, 2 trenchers, a half-dozen workers in high-vis vests, a mobile command trailer, and thick, black fiber-optic cables being unrolled like licorice ropes right across my property. They were digging across my land. I stormed down the slope, heart hammering. "Hey! Hey!" One of the guys with a clipboard looked up. He didn't seem alarmed, more annoyed, like I'd interrupted a lunch break. "We're with CommunityNet," he said, flipping a badge I didn't ask to see. "HOA Broadband Expansion Project. You're digging on my field." "We've got the easement, sir." "Should have gotten a notice." "I don't have an HOA." The man blinked, then motioned to a woman shouting orders through a walkie-talkie. "Talk to her. Cheryl. She's project lead." Cheryl was the type who didn't look at people when they talked, only at documents, screens, or someone more important. I introduced myself and told her they were cutting through private farmland. Her response? "We have utility clearance. It's in the system." I told her I never approved anything. No easement had ever been negotiated. Cheryl tapped her tablet. "It's in the HOA charter. Section 4.12.2. We filed for regional infrastructure access back in 2018. You bought this land in 2020, right?" I nodded. "Then technically, the easement predates your ownership." I stared at her, stunned. "You're telling me you can just show up and trench my land?" "It benefits the community," she said, like that made it fine. "And it barely clips your edge. You'll still have plenty of field." The gall of it. I took a breath, backed off, and walked back home. Back at the farmhouse, I pulled out the property records. I'd read every line when I bought this place, but I reread them anyway: survey maps, utility clauses, mineral rights. Nothing mentioned an easement. Not a single line. Julia, my wife, saw the look on my face and poured me another coffee. "You going to call Roy?" Damn right I was. Roy used to work for the county assessor's office. These days he's a private attorney, and one of the few people I trust when it comes to real estate law. When he arrived, we took a walk down to the trench site. The crew was still working, digging, laying conduit, stamping things with barcodes. Roy watched for a while. Then he grinned. "Let's keep going." "Excuse me?" "Let them finish. Document everything. Drone footage, photos, date stamps. The more they put down, the more they owe you." "But if they finish, won't it be harder to get them off?" "Nope," he said, "because you're not going to get them off. You're going to get them on the hook." So I played nice. I smiled at the workers, brought them bottled water, watched from the porch, let them finish their mission. In the meantime, I bought a new drone and flew it every day, recording progress from above. I snapped stills, logged GPS coordinates, and kept a detailed journal. They finished in 5 days. 3 junction boxes, 1 server node, over 600 feet of buried fiber, and not a single legal document on file with the county to justify it. That Monday, we sent a cease and desist to the HOA board and CommunityNet. We asked for documentation of the supposed easement, proof of authorization, and a remediation plan. They ignored it, so we sued. The courtroom was small, just a magistrate's bench, a few folding chairs, and a state flag that had seen better days. Their lawyer, slick hair, tight suit, argued that we had constructive notice of the easement by virtue of joining the neighborhood. Roy chuckled. My client didn't join the neighborhood. He bought an independent agricultural parcel zoned outside HOA jurisdiction. No deed rider. No signed agreement. No filing on county records. They're trespassing. Then Roy dropped the bomb. By trenching fiber on private land, they've made their infrastructure dependent on my client's soil. That means every homeowner's internet now runs through territory they don't control. The judge frowned. You're saying the HOA is effectively squatting? Yes, Your Honor. And they've monetized it. That got their attention. We won the injunction, but instead of forcing them to dig everything back up, we offered a solution. We'd license the land. $3,750 per month. Renewable every 5 years. With a 4% annual increase and inspection rights. The HOA pushed back. Said it was extortion. Roy replied, it's called leasing. Welcome to capitalism. They signed. It's been 9 months now. Every first of the month, I get a wire transfer labeled infrastructure right-of-use fee. It pays for repairs, upgrades, and last week, a new riding mower I named Bandwidth. Julia had a plaque made. It hangs over the front door. You buried your future in our field. Now we harvest the rent. I sip my coffee every morning and smile, because peace isn't just quiet. Peace is knowing you own what's under your feet, and that nobody gets to take it without paying the price.